Ladies and gentlemen, the sunny days are here again. Oh, sunny days, oh, what a day. Oh, sunny days, oh, what a day. I wear glasses 'cause I can't see a motherfucking thing. Happy days, oh, happy days. Oh, what a day. Oh, happy days. Oh, what a day. XRP will reign supreme. It's coming bright in the short term. Oh, we're gonna pump. Oh, we're gonna pump. It's been a while since we could do this, but we're gonna pump, and we've got you in since 41,000. Oh, we're gonna pump. We dismissed the FUD and realized the potential based on the Fed rates. But it's gonna be short-lived, so enjoy the pump, and then it's gonna dump in coming time. So, for all the oldies and the new ones, get ready, because this is something different. And it's an experience unlike any other on YouTube. The most accurate, the most precise. And once again, the prediction from 41,800, predicting to buy into your favorite cryptos. Let it rise up that initial 10%. Do not sell. Stand pat. I told you we were going to get above 46,000. And then, and only then, we would be able to take a breath. So, it's coming. Unfortunately, my positions, I only have 10,000 DGB from 1.7 cents, up over 40% today. So once again, DGB proves why I love it so much. I only have 474 XRP that have just been building up that I don't sell. Whether you guys send it to me or I buy little bits when I'm left over, if I get into a position, it just never sells. And then I have 30 AVE. So very pumped, very excited. Been in AV for 4 days, so already up a certain percentage, and now I'm waiting for the big culmination of this explosive impulse move, in my opinion. So get ready. This is going to be explosive if I haven't lost you already, because, hey, let's face it, some people will be like, this guy, what the hell, he's singing? And he didn't even do his glasses properly? Oh, we can't watch him. Good early evening, 4:56 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the East Coast in the United States of America. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan on this glorious pump Sunday and weekend, as I anticipated days ago, and had everybody in Bitcoin. Well, not in Bitcoin, because I don't advise people to buy Bitcoin particularly, but I've had you in your particular positions since Bitcoin was at 41,800 and we got the Fed news. We wanted to be out ahead of it all. We have been. And I'm so pleased that my baby DGB has taken the spotlight, up over 50% today. That's right, 50%. And everybody always asks me why I love DGB. This is why. Although 50% of $175 is only $85. Oh. So it's a sinking feeling, because I had 10,000 DGB that's been sitting there. Yesterday, I had this playing in my head over and over. Do I sell AAVE and throw it into DGB? Because I know it can run and it can run fast, but I stuck to my guns because I don't like to buy into something and just sell out before my moves already happen. And I've already made $10 a share on AAVE before this move starts. So I had already made money from where my positioning was, and I knew a bigger move is to come. I think AV is probably going to explode. It's not probably, it's going to happen. We needed that move by Bitcoin to alleviate some pressure for the altcoins. In my opinion, this push to 46,000 is what opens the door. And people are like, I thought you said you were going to have an alt season. I very clearly stated multiple things and showed you the exact setup. The alt season was made possible, a small one at that, but it can be explosive moves, has been made possible by the Fed only doing 25 basis points. And as you can see, the smaller coins, DGB, VeChain, ZIL, all popped off. VeChain is still well behind ZIL, but it doesn't need to have as big of a move. DGB, in my opinion, was so overdue. It's the same thing. XLM's probably going to have a pretty big move. We talked about a lot of other ones. In my Telegram, I gave out a number of coins yesterday, and I told everybody, if you buy these, you're going to make money. And you want to know which coins I picked? Filecoin. Ready? Filecoin, Tezos, Ren, Theta, Algo, IOTA, Shiba, Doge, Matic, AVE, XRP, XLM, XDC, DGB, VChain, ZIL. Those are one of the first ones I gave. And all of these, HBAR. I gave such a big list. Luna, we have our own thing that's about to happen with Luna as well. Luna's going to friggin' explode eventually here. And I was really hoping that, I'm really hoping that it plays out for where my positions run up and then I can take a gamble or a gander on Luna, not even a gamble. They're putting $10 billion into Bitcoin. And they've already it's already confirmed now. A lot of people are calling my shit bull. See what I did there? But they were thinking I wasn't as credible as I actually am. Even people that I thought shouldn't have put me through the ringer, now it's eye-opening when stuff like this happens. When somebody's telling you it's going to go down for so long, and then they finally come out and say, hey, for a 2-week period, or a 3-week, or a month, or whatever this takes, you don't have to worry. Buy your crypto, forget about it, go to bed. Do you know how many people in my Dogecoin and U Army, because they're my swing trading group, they went to bed for the first time and they couldn't believe it. They woke up to profit. Because it's a different market for a couple of weeks. It's going to lull people to sleep, and then before you know it, the rug is going to pull out faster and harder than you've ever seen. But this is all part of the plan, guys. Wait till the 50 basis points comes in May and June and July and August. And now you're looking at 200 basis points in 4 months, and not including the 25 we already had. The markets start to fucking belly flop. While leading into that, the whales need a way out. So they're going to pump the fucking market so they can make as much money as possible. This was so tailor-made, and the FUD that was coming out was the complete opposite style of FUD I always talk about. They're telling you shit's going to go down now. That's when we needed to get in. Once I started hearing that, it's like, all right, guys, 41,800. This is the bottom now. This is the bottom, and we have to take advantage. And not the long-term bottom, the short-term bottom that gets us the potential. I made a prediction of 51,500. That was my prediction. My short-term prediction was we were going to get to 51,500. And I said, have the macro view and not the micro for 2 weeks. That's all I told people. Do the macro view for 2 weeks, which means you buy a position, you don't worry about it, you go to bed, you do your day, you smoke your joint, you drink your beer, you can take your kids to school, you do whatever you got to do, but you're not worrying about crypto. And I gave that I said it for a reason. This is the first time in 1 year I didn't worry about crypto, especially when I was holding it. And in how volatile it was for me to throw $5,000 on it. I put my money where my mouth was before this pump happened. We were stuck at 41,800. We went up to 42.8, came back down to that 41,800 again, and we were ranging between 41.8 and 42.5, hit that 41.8 support again, and I went all in. And I said, guys, you can only come down so many times and not break it because we were coming down, but we also kept going right back up to a crucial resistance. So the support was holding, and every time we weren't coming down as far. One time we came down to 40,800, then back up. Then we came down to 41,200, then back up. Then 41,000, then back up. But it didn't seem like we weren't not coming down as far because all the coins were still in the same spot, but it kept happening in routine. So then 41.8 became a very clear bottom. And then 42,000 became a bottom, and people were waiting for 41.8. And I said, guys, it's at 42.4. You might just want to buy in because it looks like we're about to go up. And then we had that move to 44. And everybody's waiting for that move to 44 to break down. I said, guys, I cannot be clearer. And I take a lot of heat on a daily basis. But I'm telling you guys, I'm the best in the fucking business. And if you can't get behind that, at this point, too damn bad. Because I'm doing all this, busting my ass for the YouTube community is free. What you see on here, free. Everything I'm putting and saying here is free. If you want to go beyond that, you join Tom's Army, $9.98 a month. That's my teaching Telegram. Okay? That's where I teach. You can take classes. It's $5 for the classes for 1 hour. Everything involved. It's what we need to have. And this is the discussion we need to have because this is how you you dissect the market. But in order to do this, you have to be on a different level. You have to be in the fourth dimension. You have to be able to see bigger, see wider, take emotion out of it. And for a long time on YouTube, the comments bothered me. The Telegram bothered me. But you know what? It takes all of that to get you to a point to where you understand the macro view. Get out of that micro nonsense, get into the macro view, and start actually paying attention to the market for what it is. Right now it's bullish. And right after this bullish and not, I'll tell you when you have to worry again. Right now we're good. We have to play these in proportion to what we're given with info. At the time we thought we were going to stay down, it was all predicated on the fact we needed to hear 50 basis points. Otherwise, we knew we were going to have a mini bull run and we needed to take advantage of it. And I was very upfront about that for weeks and months. And once we got to 25, I told everybody to buy, including I. I bought. Because if I'm going to say something and preach it, if I don't do what I'm saying, well, what the hell is the point? So then I got a lot of heat about the Luna Foundation. And this is, I love talking like this. This is what you guys need to hear. This is how you become better traders. And if blame was thrown onto me, just self-evaluate, because I used to blame others as well in the trading. And I get it, guys. It's a lot easier to blame me than look at yourself and say, damn it, Tim. Or damn it, Donald. Or Terry. You know, Terry, you should have done it. So I get it, because I used to do the same thing. I used to blame everybody and their mother but myself. Once I started blaming myself and gave myself self-accountability, it is a amazing and wonderful transformation I've experienced in the game called life. So Luna Foundation reportedly deposited 1.1 billion worth of Bitcoin in this Bitcoin address. The foundation behind the Luna project reportedly deposited 1.1 billion worth of Bitcoin to another anonymous address ending in we don't care. Previously, Luna Foundation announced that it raised 2.2 billion for its Bitcoin reserves. If the wallet is actually owned by the foundation, it already contains 50% of the collected funds. It is not yet clear if the other portion of the funds is going to be transferred to the same wallet or another address. So these are shares. So the founders plan to purchase a large amount of Bitcoin at the pace of 125 million per day. So remember when my theory was the reason Bitcoin would not have a drop below that 44,000 was because Luna was going to keep it artificially up until it was ready to be pushed up normally. So we weren't going to get the daily correction. So it would be manipulation at its finest. Here's your proof right here, ladies and gentlemen. I don't just watch the charts. I piece it together like a puzzle. And the way I think I love it. I love it. I love it. So if you don't love it as much as I do, take the advice from me. I'm not a financial advisor, but what I am is I'm ethical. A lot of people say it. A lot of people can try to fake the jabronis out there. But the real ones, after a year straight, and I'm about to celebrate my 1 year anniversary on YouTube tomorrow. So tomorrow's my 1 year on YouTube. I haven't taken a single day off. Not Christmas, not New Year's, not birthdays, not personal tragedy, nothing. So it separates me from the difference. When you wake up in the morning, there's one thing I can guarantee you. XRP Future Millionaire is going to be here to greet you to your morning coffee and that digital newspaper you probably most likely read. So, and the digital newspaper can be the stock, the trading. That's your new newspaper. So, 125 million per day. The total volume of purchase funds is not being disclosed, but it will most likely be close to 2.2 billion. So, and I heard 10 billion, but 2.2 billion, and they've done 1.1 million, or about a billion. So, but that's $125 million a day. So that means at worst, if it's only 2.2 billion, we've still got 10 more days of them buying 125 million in Bitcoin a day. That's insanity. And when you understand all this, I can't believe nobody else reported on this on YouTube. I didn't see any real evidence of this by anybody who pointed to this, who was calling for crashes and that the retrace wasn't going to hold. And I see a lot of people flip-flopping today. But guys, the point is, to capitalize on these extraordinary moves, you've got to take the gamble when you see it on the technicals and understanding. The total crypto market cap exploded. Now, will it hold? Guys, I'm willing to say it will, because that's a giant W, and we've been talking about this. Let's get out ahead of this shit. So then when it does its retraces, we can ride this all the way up. Imagine if we explode up to 222 or way the fuck up here My whole point was I didn't think we could stop short of here. That's 2.13 almost. Because that's where we had the drop, and now we have this weird consolidation. But we worked our way up. But normally when you round the bottom, it just doesn't end there. It comes to these starting drop points. And then it gets really interesting because they might not come all the way back to the top, but they certainly make a 75% effort to get back up there before having a failed cup. So, I mean, if I didn't know fucking any better, and I'm getting rid of all this shit. If I didn't know any better, like I've been drawing out to you guys, and this, I had to start drawing it out down here before this ever happened. Like, I'm like, we have to act like this is going to come up. So we did. And we based our trading on the fact this was going to come up. We had a lot of people try to show you a lot of different fancy tricks on why you should be afraid of the market or why it's going to go down. And I told you. And here's the thing. If you're watching my channel and you don't have faith in me, and especially if you're in my army, why the hell did you join my army if you don't even have faith in me and you want to take somebody else's word over me? The whole point you're watching me is so you can get that FUD and bullshit out of your mind and get right. Watch what I'm showing you. Watch what I'm teaching you. And you can't lose. It's impossible to lose. I didn't lose any money on the drops, and now already, I may not have capitalized on all the 10 or 15% Nancy runs, but what I want are these big fucking hitters right here. This is what I always preach. We will be in when the time comes. Is it not the time where we look like we could have an exponential move in the market? Have we not already have exponential moves in things we already hold, like DGB, ZIL, VChain? Everything we hold, we've already, and XRP, let's not get me started on that. XRP, was so adamant about buying it right when the Fed meeting ended, and it was about 74 cents. And I said, the longer you wait, every day, I'm going to try to get you in the best possible position by day, but you need to buy it now. And that's when I bought. And if nobody bought, or I didn't buy, but when you want to buy something, I said, if you're buying XRP, that's the price you have to buy it at. When it hit it, you had to buy it. AV, I had a price. When it hit it, I bought it. It just took a little longer to get there. So you have to pay attention to these setups. You really do, because everybody on YouTube, most people on YouTube, about 90%, and you know who's somebody who I like to give credit to, who a lot of people don't know about, and he's got 70,000 subscribers. He started some crypto zone. He's multi-millionaire. He's a venture capitalist. But James Guru, he gets a lot of crap, but the guy knows his stuff, and he comes on every single day, and I'll give him credit. He's a multi-millionaire. He doesn't need to come on here. And he comes on every single day, and he's been out ahead of this too, and he's the only other person that stuck to his guns when everybody kept saying, hey, we're going to go down. And he even changed his mind like I did. I had the same premonition like he did. I had mine 2 days, or maybe the day before, but it was right around the Fed meeting, and we both thought it was going to go down. And based on the Fed meeting, we were both open to interpretation. And right when we seen that, he had the same thing. Oh, and he's not from the U.S. He's in Greece. But when he's seen that, he's like, no. And he said his sources and all this, I don't trust anybody at face value, but his technicals speak for themselves. And he's on 2 or 3 times a day on his phone. But you can see the guy knows what he's talking about. So if you can have somebody like that who you can trust, at least for me, maybe not trust is the right word, but if I can go on YouTube and it can correlate to what I'm seeing and they have real technical abilities, that's what I need to see, because then I can correlate it to my own. And then if I'm looking at something and maybe he sees something different and you're like, oh, wait a minute, this guy's pretty fucking, it's like Derek Plaza. To me, he's very ethical. So when I see him say something that might go against my own, I'm like, oh, maybe I need to look at this a little deeper. But me and Derek, we're both on XRP, and we both said at the same time, hey, you need to buy it. And guess what, guys? We're all going to be proven right. And I said this would be my greatest call ever, because so many people were going against what I was saying, including my own community, that now would be the time that nobody can deny what I do. And nothing else even has to happen. I've already proven my weight in gold. My Telegram members have already made 8 years almost worth of profits. We don't want to go that far, because some of this stuff did retrace. But after this next impulse move, which everybody's going to, literally bow down after this, it's easy to say get in now. XRP's Bitcoin's at 46,000, get in. But you really wanted to be in before the last move up. So even getting in at XRP at 84, it might only get you to 91. But if you would have got in at 75, you're already guaranteed a huge profit, because you've already locked in, 9 cents a share. And then if it goes up another 7 cents, you're like, holy shit. And then if it goes to 110, you're like, oh my God, I can't believe I've been in since 75 cents. So remember, it's all about the way you perceive things. So this was more about a teaching update. And if you don't like that, well, that's too bad, because that's what I do, and you probably won't appreciate the show. But all I can be is myself and be blunt. And some people are like, oh, you're big and bad behind that microphone. You're probably fat and bald and blah, blah, blah. I hear it all the time. Hello, world. Nah, you know. I just don't like you guys to see me, because then you focus on other things, you know, besides what's actually important. So, and look, far from what everybody thinks, I'm not fat and I'm not bald. So, welcome. I'm glad you're watching, and pay attention, because I can make you and save you a lot of money. So, real quick, Bitcoin broke 46,000. It's nothing different than I've been saying all day, so there's no reason to rehash everything. For the new people in here, Bitcoin did break out of a very big, it was a symmetrical triangle that was forming to the down. It was a falling channel, and it finally closed in on it. We predicted right here. This is where we made that call and said, okay, this is the bottom. When we bounced over this smaller symmetrical and we came down here, this is where it gave me confidence. When we came into this channel, I'm like, all right, guys, it's done. We're ready. And it was right in here. Then we popped up and we consolidated over here. And then I made the rising. It's not, I don't want to call it a rising channel, but it kind of is. Everybody thought we were going to come back down on this rising channel, which I firmly believe now. People just watch my technical analysis on YouTube. A lot of people, because I noticed their charts just changed mine, which is honestly, it's so, I love it. And I hope more people start doing it, because they're accurate. And why not start from an accurate perspective and then work your way out if you're not exactly sure about technicals? There's nothing wrong with admitting that. That's why I'm here, guys. I'm here so you can use my information and my charts. All I ask is you give me credit where credit is due. But I know I'm special. Guys, I'm special. I'm so special. But no, I know I'm special in the sense of what I do. I know I have a gift. And I always tell people, if you want to not lose a lot of money and put yourself in a position with simply your own decisions, but with my technicals, because let's face it, if you could buy a basketball team and have the best team in front of you and win you the championship, and all you had to do is sit there and watch, wouldn't you rather just do that than go put in all the work and have to actually play? I don't know about you, but I like to make money without having to do as much work. And if I can find somebody I can trust, that's who you value. You can't compare him to jabronis that you don't trust, and when you found him, you're like, oh, you know. So, perspective, reality. It actually does play hand in hand. So, the RSI and stochastic, we're going to put up here real quick. Oh, you know what? My volume indicator is not even on there. So, there we go. So, as you can see, with Bitcoin in the 4-hour time frame, got some volume, finally. That's what we were looking for, a kick in volume, and that's exactly what we just got. This should propel us now, because we've broken out of this cup and handle. It should backtest now, and I want to get rid of some of this other stuff. So the important areas now for Bitcoin, and then we'll go to XRP. And this is a slightly longer than normal update, because I felt it was imperative for me to start out the way I did. And we all have to be on the same page. And some people find out very quickly that you're not invited to my Telegram, even if you join Tom's Army on YouTube. I will simply just give you the money back in the first month back in Cash App, PayPal, or Venmo. And then I will tell you, you can continue to support me, but you're not welcome in my Telegram due to past experiences or the bad vibe I've gotten in the comments. So it's not just everybody gets in, ladies and gentlemen. And a lot of people are finding out I'm more of a teacher, less of a friend now. I started out as a friend, less of a teacher, even though I was teaching every day. Now there's no friend. Sometimes the teacher has to be the teacher, and that's just the way it is. I'm still friendly, but now I'm more business. And you guys are approaching it with your money, so I'm approaching it from a business perspective. So, let's see. So the back test here that we're going to want to watch is we're going to want to back test in here and hold this breakout basically. And it's right, I want to hold 45.5. To me, I think 45.5, if you hold that back test at worst, I mean, I already think we're good. I've thought we've been good for the last 6 days now, but I think we're good. And I think this is going to end up being your big rocket, kind of like a cannon up here. Because a lot of people, and I've seen a lot of different YouTubers, They had this channel, which is great. All this other stuff was not there, but they had this tiny little channel that they just seemingly popped up out of nowhere. Mine all fit in by its, by design. So everybody thought we were coming back down here. I disagreed and said we're going to come up and then we can retest and then, right? I think we're going to have a big move up to here. And it's no secret. I think we're coming up to the symmetrical triangle. And everybody's like, how'd you get your price target? Oh, by doing those things that a lot of people say aren't necessary. The technicals. That's how I stay out ahead. So there's two different channels here, or two different symmetrical triangles that you could have drew out. I only have one out here right now. The wider channel, which is a down channel that I drew out there, is acting as one of the triangles in the upper resistance when we break out of this this falling wedge or symmetrical triangle to the downside, whatever some people want to call it. I think it's more of a symmetrical triangle, like a falling wedge or just whatever. But then it formed into another symmetrical here, pulled up into a rising channel, broke the rising channel. And now when you break the rising channel, instead of falling back to the bottom of the channel, you make that same impulse move to the upside, which in my opinion would get us to 51,773, and I haven't come off that. It's just, when I'm saying this stuff, I sound stupid because it's way down here, right? And everybody's like, how the fuck are we going to go through all these levels of resistance that every time we come up to it, it gets broken? Then you're telling me we're going to come up to a rising channel, break the rising channel, then have a huge pump, back up to 51. Yes, precisely, and you have to buy now based on faith on me. Or faith in me, and if you did, you're doing fucking phenomenal right now. If you didn't, now you're shitting yourself. Do I have a filter? Absolutely not. Have I tried hard? Yes, I have. And I try to speak more fluently, and I try to speak with less of a overtone of swearing. But you know what? Passion. And if it's not overtly swearing, I have nothing to be sorry about, because if I'm not going to force it, well, then it's just coming out in the name of the game. And guess what? You guys need to listen in those moments, because I'm speaking the truth right now. This will be the most informative 30-minute update of your life if you just pay attention. Watch this market play out, and you're going to be like, this guy is seriously 5 fucking steps ahead, and I need to pay attention. Like, who the hell would have thought of making it like this? And who the hell would have talked about this exact setup and how it was going to break up? And now guess what, guys? Here's the irony of this. My Telegram will act like I didn't say any of this. 90% of them will act like this never happened. Like I said, most of the people in my Telegram would not enter a position based on what I said because of FUD within other YouTubers or other parts of the market. I see 75% of my 267 person Telegram are not in a position right now. And now are considering getting in a position when it's the absolute most dangerous time if this does turn into a fake out. Which I absolutely believe you're not going to get caught with your pants down. There's just a lot of spots where the hell do you buy in on the swing if you don't buy in before the breakout? And I chose to wait. Like I said, there was a W reversal, and I chose to wait until where I circled because I seen the successful back test out of the channel of the symmetrical, and we got that wick down, and I'm like, here we go. It held it, and now it's ball game. So when you're doing charting, have a vision. Don't let anybody take you off of it, and never, ever cower to others' demands. Find a way to progress, expand, and make something new of yourself. Now in the daily time frame, we can clearly see XRP is trying to complete a bullish divergence to get us up to my target. That's correct. That I've had up there at my projected breakout spot right there. That's still up there. See this arrow? It's my projected part. So pay no more attention to right there. That's my projected breakout and my target of XRP. What we're hoping for is on the breakout, XRP will end up like this and bounce top side of this. And then we can go to my overall target of about $1.10. We have to move it over a little bit because we're moving down. But we just want to show, or I wanted to show, where I constantly think, now that we're down here, we might not get to $1.10 like I told everybody. But I think we would still have an overshoot here because one way or another, it's either going to be a fake out. Because if we break the symmetrical triangle to the top side, well, hello. That's where it could get interesting. But we got so far to go, ladies and gentlemen. I think when we get up there is where we would likely find the end of this pattern. Because I think a lot of these are going to end up doing this, have this, and then it's going to have this huge impulse move. Because when they're in they're in rising channels, guys. When they don't break down, or they're in rising wedges, when they don't break down, that equal move that would get you to the bottom of the bridge or the bottom of the channel, you now have to have that equal impulse move up. Why do you think DGB and ZIL had such huge, they were in such big falling, DGB's not done. And a lot of these that haven't moved, because I know a lot of people personally who flipped out of their perfect positions to get in ZIL. Some of them got lucky and caught some of it. Some of them are down 17% right now. I don't know where ZIL is at in the last couple hours, but I've had people that are, Tom, I flipped out of AV and I got into ZIL because it was on. I'm like, why would you flip into ZIL? Go into DGB. Now it's up 73%. See, this is what I'm talking about, guys. I think the whole market, it's not just going to be DGB and ZIL. They might not go up 75% the market, but I think the whole market is getting ready for a massive move before a unbelievably historic dump. And too bad I only have 10,000 shares of DGB. Julie, my 10,000 shares of DGB is up 72% today. Well, yeah, but too bad I have mostly but guys, I'm going to have to let this update go. I got to go finish dinner. XRP, that's exactly what I was saying. We'll come back later. Stay blessed.